And welcome back for another dose of the Michael Decon program. First-time listeners out there, we are glad you found us. It was in your stars all this time. This is a very different kind of show, not for the weak of heart. Those who wish to exit, please do so now. Of course, the second host of this program is here with me this evening. I, of course, am referring to the legendary Mike Hideous. I'm proud to call him my friend, by the way. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for allowing us into your hearts and into your minds. Here we are again, on a night like this. I'm proud to be here. Thanks to those in America and those outside of America for listening to as many of the hours you've clocked in with us. I was going to say as many days you've listened to this program, years you've listened to this program. It's been a long time, and you're still here, and we love that. Hello to those in the chat room, and of course, hello to my co-host, Mike Hideous, who I believe is on with me now. Mike, are you alive?
I hope so. Can you hear me okay?
I hear you loud and clear.
All right. I just want to say to everyone that I hate computers, and I hope this one dies.
You hope it dies.
I hope it dies, and I want to tell everybody I am completely racist against the internet and computers. So there you go.
Mike hates computers tonight, by the way. It took us a long time to connect, but here we are, a big, happy, dysfunctional family yet again. Mike, I'm very proud to be here, as I was saying in the intro here, and I was just thanking the listeners out there who've been here for hours, years, days, minutes, seconds.
Yes, I heard that.
Yeah. Those here on YouTube, those of you in the chat room, by the way, I'm glad you've all made it here. Always nice. So, Mike, what's going on with you, my friend?
Oh, with me?
Yeah, what's been bothering you? We talked a minute ago, and you were pretty pissed off. What happened?
Oh, God, I just hate the internet so bad. I hate it. It's just I can't get it to work. I am the most untechnological person there is when it comes to computers, operating computers, and navigating the internet. I'm an idiot.
You're an idiot.
I'm an idiot. I have no idea what I'm doing, and I've been having problems for the last an hour and a half, 2 hours? I don't even know.
Something like that. Yeah, we've been having issues here.
Yeah, well, even before I spoke with you, and now
for
those of you out there, if I sound different, it's because I'm talking on my cell phone.
He's on a phone.
On a phone with Michael in order to do the show because I can't get my stupid ass computer and or internet to work properly. So F it.
The chat room is saying it's the devil in those PCs.
Yeah. You're more like the dummy who doesn't know how to operate it.
CM in the chat room says Mike stopped being a Democrat and started being racist when he got beat up that one time. What do you got to say about that, Mike?
No, well, I don't know what that has to do with what we're talking about now, but okay, whatever you say.
Love that.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to entertain you, Mike, and the listeners out there. Your phone calls are always welcome. Don't be afraid to call in with whatever is on your mind. Here tonight, give us a call at 424-666-2425.
Indeed.
Yes, 424-666-2425. And Mike, say hello to the birds for me.
Oh, I will. They're doing good tonight.
They're doing all right?
Yes, they are.
Very nice. Very nice. And of course, there's no shortage of topics here tonight. I've got plenty to discuss with all of you out there. And of course, it's April 2nd, 2022, Mike. Holy shit.
I know. I got to ask you a question before you go on. On the link that you created for tonight's show,
sure,
you mentioned something about happy 2023. I didn't quite understand that.
We're in the future, Mike.
Oh, okay.
We're already a year ahead.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's true. This show is the WrestleMania edition. That's right. Yes, everyone in the chat room is saying Mike needs another booster to clear up that computer issue.
such a comedian out there.
Everyone's got jokes tonight.
They're all like directed at me.
Aaron's a funny guy here.
But it's a funny guy. Funny freaking guy.
Hit the internet with a painted rock, they're saying now. Can you believe that?
I can't even see to double check and make sure that that's what they're saying because I can't get online.
I know, that's terrible.
God damn.
I wish you could join us here, Mike. We all miss you in the chat.
I miss you guys.
We all miss you. It's sad. I wish you could be here. I might cry here tonight. I don't know. It might happen. We know we miss you in the chat, Mike. We do.
I hope not.
Yes, we miss you seeing all the negative texts that go your way during the show. Mike needs a Xanax, they're saying.
Oh, I got that.
You got Xanax back there.
I do.
Is it prescribed to you, or you have a friend of a friend?
No, I had a friend who was a doctor.
A doctor, you say?
It was a doctor, yes.
Not like a guy who makes beats or anything, like a real doctor.
It was an actual doctor, yes, who actually prescribed Xanax for me. So I actually had one the day before yesterday. I was having such a stressful day. But tonight it's okay because tonight I'm on Percocet, so that's all right.
So you're happy?
I'm happy.
So I could play this since you're happy. Mike's really happy.
I'm really happy.
Super happy.
Yes, like pixie happy.
That's right. So it's April 2nd, Mike, 2022. I suppose it's safe to say that these are dark times, but it's always darkest before the dawn, as they say, Mike.
So they say.
So they say. I'm not quite sure. I think whoever made that up was, kind of dumb. Someone who needs to wear a helmet, I would say.
Point taken.
Maybe a model of sorts. Or Victoria's Secret.
Indeed. Or maybe a Fresh Prince.
A who?
Outfit.
A what?
What's his name that slapped Chris Rock? Fresh
Oh
Prince.
my. Even you know about that.
And I didn't even friggin' care. I could care less about those stupid ass Hollywood award shows. They're all a bunch. It's such a whole different world for those people. And they sit there and they say how they're going to help us and they want to do this and they want to do that. Meanwhile, they're sitting in their mansions and their yachts and their cars. Fuck them.
I agree. I just had no clue you would bring that up. I was kind of taken back.
I think because it's ridiculous. Everybody's talking about, first of all, Will Smith, okay, who you would think would have a little bit more decency being in the business as long as he's been in the business. To say the things that he did, to not be able to take a joke when you are a public figure. I get hit. Man, people shit on me all the time. They call me this, they call me that, they say I'm this, it's that. So what? That's their opinion. But here you are at an awards show where you make millions of dollars and a guy is making a joke. That's what he does for a living. And you tell him to shut the F up in a public place like that, out loud, screaming like he's a thug. And then he goes on stage and smacks the guy. He's an idiot, and the whole Wanda Sykes, they're all idiots. I hate them all.
Wanda Sykes, that's a name I never thought you'd regurgitate there.
Yeah, well,
Wanda Sykes. That's awesome.
Freak.
Yeah, Wanda Sykes.
The three of them, the three women that were up there, I know Wanda Sykes, and there was that white broad and that other black girl, and I think they're all stupid. Oh, they're so proud to be gay. Good for you. Who cares? For God's sake. Get over yourself, man.
Pretty insane.
They tell you not to be, not to pigeonhole, not to be racist, not to be, to see people for ethnicity or color. And all they do is talk about their sexuality and their color and who should, who's bad for being that color. I mean, get over it. My God. Oh, I'm in rare form tonight, Michael.
You are. I'm glad you're here.
So much hatred on my mind right now.
I'm glad this is the version I was waiting for. It's been a while since you've been this, rambunctious here.
Yeah? Okay. Well,
I love it, though.
Tonight, buddy.
Tonight is a great night. But hey, no, I don't disagree with you.
Oh, I'm sure you wouldn't.
No, I mean we'll get into that in a moment here, but yes, the Oscars, something that got really popular because what happened that night, and some saying it was a staged event.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. He hit him pretty hard.
That he did. Who knows if it was a work or not, but it looked good on camera, that's for sure.
I'll say, yeah.
Eric says Will Smith is a loser.
Well, he is. He is for what he did. That was obnoxious, what he did. There was no reason for him to get out of control like that. If you look at the video closely, when Chris Rock makes the comment, you can see Will Smith laughing. Then he turns to his girl, and she's not laughing. And all of a sudden, like...
She gave him the eye. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to tell me that, I don't know. I don't think it was staged. I think that Will Smith and his bald girlfriend...
bald girlfriend, I love that.
And they've got an open marriage, from what I understand, too.
Well, I wouldn't...
That makes a difference.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that was true.
From what I understand,
there's been rumors. There's been, plenty of rumors going around that he's, I'm not going to say it.
Say what?
That right there. That's what they're saying. I don't know. I mean, I don't have anything against that, but...
Oh, I get it.
There you go. I don't want to get kicked off again.
Yeah, I know. Can you tell everybody what happened?
Sure. Well, I mean, that's one of the reasons why we haven't been live. We've been sort of doing pre-recorded shows over on Patreon. If you haven't signed up, shame on you. We don't like you at all anymore if you are not on Patreon. If you have joined us on Patreon, I do thank you and wish for the best for you and your family, and we admire you very much. However, those of you who have not signed up on Patreon, we definitely wish your car flies off a cliff. That's kind of what I wish would happen to you, to be honest. It's true though. I'm not gonna hold back here tonight. Mike is very rowdy. I guess that means I gotta get kind of rowdy here too. Pick up the pace here, kick up the energy. And speaking of kicking up the energy, I think we are joined by somebody. I'm not quite sure who they are, Mike. It might be someone bad, someone good. I have no clue, Mike. I hope you're ready for this one, Mike.
I'm ready.
Could be Satan himself, Mike. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This could be Lucifer. I don't know. But let's see. Caller, go ahead. You are live on the air. What's your issue?
Hey, Mike.
Hi.
Yes, you dude.
Do you have an issue with Mike here?
Of course not.
Is that why you called in?
I do not have an issue with either one of you. But what I would like to suggest that whole jump and slap thing.
Oh, what's your... Yes, go ahead.
Okay. A bit of a distraction of what's really going on
Exactly,
today.
exactly. I agree with you.
Okay.
That's why all kinds of media, the media was so focused on it. They were doing other things behind the scenes. So yes, what a great way to distract everyone. Well, we're waiting on you. Go ahead. Oh, they hung up on me.
Oh.
That was not nice.
Oh.
Yes, we were only taking your lead there. But yeah, Mike, that's a great way to sort of cover up what's going on around the world, to get your mind off of things, to get your mind off Ghislaine Maxwell, and get your mind off of all the other people that are doing naughty things behind the scenes, Mike.
Yeah, I suppose so.
To get your mind off that bird back there.
He's having a ball. Did I tell you one of my birds died last week?
Yes, you did tell me one of your birds did kick the bucket, and I do wish him very well on the other side, Mike. May
Yeah.
he return in spirit and haunt you, Mike.
I keep forgetting that we did that Patreon show, and for those who aren't signed up, they didn't hear a lot of the things that we talked about. I want you to tell people, if they haven't signed on to Patreon to hear the last show, tell them what happened with you getting kicked off.
Oh, yes. Well, I was interviewing Marshall Masters, which you should have been there for that one, Mike. But, all he said was something in reference to COVID, and that's all it took. He just made one reference, and that's all it took, Mike, before they got very angry with us, and they got rid of the whole video.
Unbelievable.
Pretty wild. I mean, it wasn't even that bad. It had nothing to do with any kind of medical misinformation. That's what they labeled it as, and that's why they got rid of it. Very insane, Mike. Very insane. And I believe we do have another caller here, and this could be Lucifer, Mike, so who the hell knows? Caller, go ahead, you're live.
Booga, booga, this is Lucifer.
Oh my God.
Booga booga.
There he is, Mike, I told you.
Yeah, what's up, man? I'm calling out here from California where Lucifer lives.
Yes.
Hey.
The devil does live down here in California, that is true.
Right, yeah. They have a big statue of him right there on Hollywood Boulevard. Big statue of Enki.
Really?
People walk through there every day and don't know who he is.
I've never noticed that.
Yeah, it's in that new theater. They have a giant sculpture of him.
Wow.
Caller, can I ask you a question? The statue that you're talking about, is it the statue of the Baphomet image with the goat head and two little kids on each side?
No. It's a statue of Enki. The Sumerian god Enki.
Anunnaki, Mike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Anunnaki. That's Lucifer.
You think
Same
that's
guy,
Lucifer?
Different name. It's funny how we tend to name everything. That's a new thing, because Native Americans had a Sitting Bull or runs with bears, and we had titles. Now we just have names, and people are always trying to name something.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're not wrong about
back
that.
to that slap. I got some stuff to talk about that slap, okay?
No problem. But by the way, you're out here in California, obviously.
Yeah.
Nice.
LA.
I love that.
A couple of miles away from Hollywood.
Are you
horrible out here.
Are you a Native American of sorts?
Well, I'm Mexican. I might have been native to this place a long, long time ago.
You probably do have some mixed blood there.
Yeah. Okay, so
we all
that
do.
slap,
Go ahead.
Okay, let's see. A few weeks ago, I think Pfizer came up with a pill to cure that baldness disease. I don't know. I forgot what it's called. Whatever
Alopecia.
it's called.
Yes, alopecia.
There you go. Now the whole world knows what that is right now.
Yeah, thanks to that
Anybody-
incident.
Yes. Now that people want a cure, they're going to have to go to Pfizer to get a pill for that.
How disgusting, right?
So it's a marketing thing, I think. So the word goes out there, and okay, they get paid. But it could be symbolism too, It's the Chris. Everybody hates Chris, right? That was the show, right? Everybody hates.
Everybody hates Chris. That was a TV show, right?
Everybody hates Christ.
Ooh.
So who slaps him? Who slaps
Wow.
him? Baal.
I had no idea he was
Prince
taking us
of-
down this route. Love that, though.
The Prince of Baal. The Prince of Baal
Yes.
slaps Christ. It's
I never thought of it that way.
Hollywood symbolism.
Holy shit, he blew my mind, Mike, to be honest. I didn't know we were going to go down this route, but no, he's true. He's not
He's
telling a
taking it
lie
to
here.
a new level.
No, I mean, I could see it that way now.
It's people have to have the eyes to see. You don't just look at stuff. You look at it like, okay, that's a symbol.
Yes.
This is what the Bible talked about. You ears to hear and eyes to see. Not just look at it, but study what you're looking at it, because there's hidden symbols in it, especially with the Illuminati shit. They have symbols everywhere.
That's right.
Remember when they were making fun of Trump? He was drinking water with two hands.
They were making fun of him for that.
Remember that? A while back?
What else is new? Yeah, so what happened?
Okay, people looked at that, made fun of him. I looked at it, I'm like, that's not a normal person who drinks water. A person that drinks water like that has handcuffs. He is sending a message to somebody. Somebody's going to go to jail. A couple of weeks later, some prince from I don't know where the fuck got busted and went to jail.
Oh, my.
And he had a purple tie on that day. That's a message to royalty. Somebody's going to jail. There's always symbolism when they go up there and talk, and people see it and laugh at them, but there's a symbol there letting you know something's going on.
And what do you think of our current president, Joseph Biden, and his beautiful child?
God, come on.
Hunter Biden. What do you think of him?
Oh, man.
Do you like him? Would you vote for Hunter Biden if he would ever go and try to be the president one day?
I don't vote, because that's part of the system. I don't get involved in the system, in the beast system. I came to this planet to enjoy the planet, not to get involved in religion or politics.
I kind of feel, I'm kind of with you on that one as well. I have always said it, that I'm just an observer of this land here. I'm, far away from everyone. I'm somewhere else outside of the Matrix as well. Yeah,
that's what, I think last time I called you, that's what we were talking about, that my phone kept cutting off or something. It was really low, and you told me my phone had AIDS or something.
Your phone did have AIDS. I wasn't lying. But now it seems to have gone the Magic Johnson route, and now you're perfectly fine. You turned it around. You were basically a legend now.
My phone had COVID.
Your phone had COVID.
Yeah.
It's true. His phone did have COVID. I remember it was totally awful. And now it's shining like the sun.
Right. All right.
But yes, I'm glad you shared that with us. Holy shit.
Mike Hideous, right? Or who's that?
Yeah, Mike Hideous, he's here.
Yes,
what was he in it? Was it the Misfits, or what is that?
I sang for them for a very short time. Yeah, I sang for them for a very short time, like 24 years ago.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I had another band you should check out. If you're into rock and roll, you like dark, heavy music, check out a band called...
I love music.
What was that?
I said I love music. I used to play in a local band out here.
Oh, nice.
I used to play psychobilly.
Okay.
Oh, then you might like my other band called Spy Society.
He would
99.
he would like Spy Society. He's into, the Reverend Horton Heat. He likes that kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
See, I know these things, Mike. I could feel it. I could feel it all.
It's music. It's real music. It's not gonna make any money. It sounds good. It feels good, and you do it. You play it.
Very nice. What were you playing? Guitar, bass, drums, singing? What were you doing?
I played a little guitar and I sang. That's it.
Nice.
I had
okay.
the voice in the band.
Your voice isn't the best. Well, you don't really have to be when you play, that kind of music at times.
Yeah. Hey, but your voice should be on Coast to Coast AM.
Oh, no. Well, we got beef. No, I got beef with all the boys out there. Those behind the scenes. Yes, I burned those bridges a long time ago, my friend. That's what happens when you're told to do something and you don't do it. And you don't bend the knee.
Are you a Pisces or?
No.
That's what Pisces do. We don't listen to people. We do the opposite.
I was born in August. August 25th.
So what is that?
So I'm like a Leo or some shit, right? Something like that. And Mike's Bird, very rambunctious as well here tonight, as all of us are. And I'm glad all of us are here together again, by the way. I missed everyone out there, by the way. I missed the callers. I missed you on the phone. I haven't talked to you in a while. Now I remember who the hell you are quite vividly now. I definitely remember telling you those awful things. And I do apologize for saying that your phone had AIDS.
My phone had COVID.
It had AIDS. Well, I mean, COVID is kind of, like the AIDS flu, they're saying.
They were saying it had AIDS in it or some shit, or the vaccine had AIDS in it.
Yeah, the vaccine. It's an HIV-like flu.
You know what? I never caught COVID. I didn't get vaccinated. I went around without a mask. I went into the market with a mask because they were asking me for it, but I never wore it. I didn't give a shit.
Oh, look at you.
Never
badass. You were being a rebel. You never contracted it.
You know what? Never got it. And
wow.
I said, you know what? If it's my time, it's my time. But this is not my reality. I'm not living with that shit. That's not going to exist in my reality.
The blood of Christ is all over you. That's why.
The
power of Christ. The power of Christ compels you.
The power of Christ is inside of you. That's why you didn't contract the devil's flu.
Yes. It's within us all.
Well, unfortunately, I caught the virus 3 times.
Yeah, it's water.
I survived the AIDS virus.
Water?
Yes. But I'm glad that you are free of the virus, by the way, but I don't know, you might, hopefully you don't catch this thing.
I doubt it.
You're good.
I'm good.
Well,
I drank water from a water hose. I'm good.
Oh, okay. Mike, his stomach's made of lead, by the way.
God damn.
Yes, where is that drop? Oh, wait, where is it? Did I lose it already? Mike, I might have lost it. Oh, wait, never mind. I lied.
God damn.
There we go.
Damn.
Yes, that deserves a goddamn for sure. And what else is going on out there with you, caller? Everything is good with the family, the friends, no drama. No one has taken a brick to your car.
No, not yet. They haven't taken my gas out yet.
Yeah, gas prices kicking our ass out here in California, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Joe Biden.
Joe Biden?
It doesn't matter who's on president. The fucking gas company is going to charge whatever.
No. You got it. I disagree with you strongly. I disagree with you.
He disagrees with you.
Have you noticed that the gas prices went up once Biden became president?
Yeah, they did.
Right. So when Trump was president, they didn't go up for 4 years. So you got to admit, listen, I understand what you're saying about the whole political thing, how the politicians, whether they're left or right, they suck. I get that. I stand by you for that. I appreciate that. However, you have to admit something. Trump won because he wasn't a politician. That's why he got the vote, because people wanted somebody who wasn't a cocksucker politician.
True. I think Trump put some kind of a wrench in their
Of course
system.
he did. He couldn't be bought. He couldn't be bought by the politicians. That's why.
Well, I mean, he's bought by Chase. Chase owns Trump Incorporated.
I disagree.
I
disagree. I respectfully disagree, because the guy made millions on his own. He doesn't need like the shit that's happening with Biden right now and his son. Remember the whole thing about talking about the computer? That was wrong. You couldn't say anything about the computer a year and a half ago, because that would have upset the Biden campaign. But now, all of a sudden, now it's true. So it just goes to show you that these politician shitbags, all they do is lie. Especially the Democrats, they lie to the people and say, "Oh, we're going to help you. We're going to help you." They don't do shit. They want to keep the poor so that the poor remains dedicated to politicians and the government. And that's why they manipulate them to think that government is good for the people. No, it's not. Let us do what we need to get done so that we can survive. But all I'm saying is that you try to understand, Trump did not need to be bought or sold through the politics of the White House. But all these other guys, they're all full of shit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we agree with the Hunter Biden laptop. For a while, they were just saying that's Russian disinfo.
Yeah, and down the line, Michael, they're going to say the same thing with COVID. All the things that have been coming up that are negative about the virus and the vaccine. You can't talk about it now, because if you do, you get bumped off the air like you did 2-3 weeks ago. But mark my words, in years to come, they're going to talk about this, and we're going to realize how right we were.
Well, now you know what I'm talking about. In 2023, that agenda that is coming to your front door very soon, where no one really has freedom of speech, and we're starting to see that erode as time marches forward. Caller, go ahead. I'm sorry, I was going to say something, but the stage is yours. Go ahead.
No, that virus can't be open for 50 years, I think they said.
Yeah. That's control,
right,
my friend.
Yeah, you cannot sue them. You cannot do anything.
You can't do that,
yeah. Cannot be opened. And have you guys heard of Major Ed Dames?
Major Ed Dames, sure.
He said invest in sperm banks and fertile clinics or fertility clinics.
Invest in sperm banks. That's what he was saying.
Invest in that, because people are going to want sperm with no
vaccine,
COVID vaccine in it.
None of the mRNA.
Right.
Yeah.
Mike, I guess you're disqualified.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Michael. Go ahead.
I said, Mike, I guess you're disqualified from that.
Yeah. Well, look, I got news for you. I haven't been able to. I haven't had healthy sperm since 1990 I had my.
You're shooting blanks.
Well, yeah, because of all the cancer problems I had. I haven't had healthy sperm since 1990. But I was going to tell you something. I just recently heard an interesting conspiracy about the possibility of the midterm elections being postponed as or even the 2024 election being postponed as a result of an outbreak of COVID. And again, this is just a COVID. This is just a conspiracy.
It's a COVID
theory.
Yeah,
a conspiracy theory about the election. That if in the event they decide, well, we don't want Trump running, and we don't want the Republicans to get back in office. So what we're going to do is we're going to create another pandemic, and we're going to tell everybody, stay in home, don't come out, don't go voting, don't go to the mailbox, don't put your ballots in the mailbox, don't go to the election ballots, because we don't want you to catch COVID. And then they're going to say, oh, okay, so now we'll postpone the election for another 2 years. Now, by that time, the genius in the White House might be dead. Fingers crossed. But
whoa,
I mean, they are really manipulating the administration of this country to no end. They really want control.
Well, even if war breaks out, they're going to cancel it.
Yeah, tell that to the Chinese, the Russians, the Iranians, and North Korea.
Mike predicting the future here. He sees another lockdown on the horizon.
It's possible. I hope not, but it's possible, because you saw what they did when we had the whole thing with the COVID. Locked down this, and the only ones that got away with it were the big tech companies, all the mom and pop shops, all the middle class people. Everybody suffered.
That's right.
Because they had to have control, but not big tech.
Yeah, well, I guess everyone. It's quite evident now, in hindsight, that the whole lockdown thing was kind of pointless.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Invest in Coom.
Michael,
Thank you, Asuka.
We were frightened. I know I was.
It was scary times. We didn't know what was going to happen.
Right.
It was pretty crazy during that time. No one knew what was going on, kind of like today. That's another thing that's pretty exciting and frightening, and there's nothing more frightening than reality. And here we are in what seems to be another sort of episode coming to fruition in terms of everyone wanting a war, everyone wanting a nuclear holocaust of sorts. And now we might get that sort of thing, Mike.
How frightening is that?
Very.
Yeah, it is.
And of course,
they don't really, they don't care about the people. That's government should fight themselves on pay-per-view, and we
on
just watch
pay-per-view.
it.
That's right.
I agree with you, caller.
We should have a tough president to kick ass.
By the way, what's your name? I feel weird calling you caller every 5 seconds.
What should I call myself?
What could you call yourself? Yes. Give us an alias here.
Come on, a million people are listening to this show. You got to come up with a name.
That's true.
Starseed 1.
We're going to call him Starseed 1 or Mr. Hollywood here.
Mr. Hollywood.
I hate Hollywood. Oh, my God.
You and me both, brother.
Better than calling you Crenshaw.
It's horrible.
Yes, it's not a good place to be.
Yeah.
But we make the best of it. Whatever it is that we got to do, we all power through. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm glad you called in, though. I'm glad you remembered we existed.
Hey, I got topics. Whatever you guys want to talk about, I got it.
Yeah, no problem.
I got it. You guys want to know about aliens? I'll tell you the truth about aliens.
Tell us the truth about aliens. What is?
Are they Mexican aliens?
Yes. Are they Ukrainian aliens?
No. Hey, I got abducted.
You got abducted?
Yeah, by 3 legal aliens in a Ford Explorer.
In a Ford Explorer. Oh wow.
Ford Explorer spaceship.
Did you owe them anything? Did you owe them money? Narcotics? What'd you owe them?
They made me sell oranges.
They made you sell oranges. My goodness.
They made you work the fields.
No.
Oh, brother.
But yeah, I got the truth about aliens and all this bullshit ass crap that Hollywood tries to push on us, man.
By the way, before we go into the alien territory here for a few moments, Mike, you do know that a lot of people were actually fleeing to Mexico to gas up their cars.
I heard about that. Yeah,
it's true.
Is it actually cheaper out there?
It's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, weird,
that's what I've been hearing. Yeah, people were going out there and filling up their cars. Those that live near the border.
I know that every time I go to Jersey, if I take a trip to Jersey once a week, I will fill up my car like at the closest gas station to the border, so that I can get as much as I can for the buck. But with the vehicle I have, it doesn't last very long. It's sort of like an SUV,
No, yeah, that's gonna eat it away. It eats away like a cancer.
It sure does, right out of my pocket.
Yeah. That is awful, Mike. I'm sorry that you have to go through that.
Yeah, well.
Yeah,
what are you gonna do?
I had to drive my car yesterday, my older car, to work, and I paid about $15 to come to work and go home.
Wow. It used to cost me about $37 to fill up my tank. Now, last week I filled up. It cost me $75.
That's not good.
Yeah, and it's only going to go higher.
Yeah.
It's going to get higher than Will Smith.
What?
Maybe even higher than that drummer from the Foo Fighters that died.
Oh, yeah. You don't like them. Yeah.
Well, I got to be honest. I don't hate, the drummer or anything. I just don't like Dave Grohl. That's all.
Right. I remember.
Yeah. And that oddly reminds me, Mike. I remember I told you that, I hated the band. And of course, we mentioned the drummer not that long ago. And Actually, the dude actually died in Colombia, by the way.
Were they on tour?
They were on tour. Taylor Hawkins, evidently the guy had multiple drugs in his system. 10 different substances, by the way.
And Colombia is the place to get them.
Exactly. And
Exactly.
holy hell, Colombia is probably not the best place to go if you're an active drug addict, Mike.
Yeah, right.
Who the hell thought that was a good idea?
It's like a drug addict going down to Tijuana for just a day to sightsee.
That's right. Foo Fighters are kind of crap. That's what Asuka says, and I agree. The Foo Fighters, they suck shit, by the way.
They should change their name to the Flu Fighters.
The Flu Fighters, because, yeah, that's true. They were actually the first ones to implement the whole COVID testing, by the way. So it would be quite on par with reality, Mike. You're a very good one. It's true.
Thank you.
They're the first bastards to do it, by the way. Those that wanted to test you, to show a negative test and, get your head scanned by whatever kind of little machine that was, by the way.
Yeah, by the way, just for the record, I want you to know I am done. No more shots for me. No more boosters. I'm done.
No more boosters, Mike. Is that true?
That is true. I'm not going to get any more boosters for COVID. I don't give a crap.
Why not?
Because
you got vaccinated, Mike?
What's that, buddy?
You got vaccinated?
Yeah, I got the first one in May, and I got the booster in, I think it was January, I think.
Any
more.
Side effects?
No, thank goodness. I mean, I haven't had any side effects. Then again, I am a post-cancer patient, so I've already got a lot of ailments that I'm dealing with, so I don't need any more.
He's a fighter. He's a fighter.
Fingers crossed, knock on wood. I don't plan on getting any more COVID shots.
By the way, Asuka in the chat room says 10 substances, but the vaccine did him in. Yes, some people are saying the vaccine is what helped that cocktail. But I don't know if that's true or not. Who knows? I can't say that's a fact.
You can't believe anything anymore. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, we don't know exactly if that's the case or not, but who really knows? The guy shouldn't have been in Colombia to begin with. And by the way, Mike, I actually got a chance to watch that movie, Studio 666, the one about Dave Grohl and the band.
Oh, I didn't know there was one of. I didn't know that's what it was called. Okay, go ahead. Yeah,
so the one that Dave Grohl produced, and by the way, was, holy hell, it was awful.
Really?
It was very cheesy, piss poor acting. Sometimes you can look past that sort of thing, but that wasn't the case for Studio 666 at all. You don't want to see it. It was worse than that Kiss movie.
Was it worse than that Danzig film?
It was way worse than that Danzig film, yes.
Horror film?
Yeah, and by the way, the film is about the band recording their new album and Dave Grohl sacrificing his band members. And what a strange turn of events, Mike, because that's sort of what happened to the drummer. In a weird way.
Sounds a lot like I'm assuming like a musical a musical what's the word I'm looking for? Documentation.
Sort of.
Documentary.
It was filmed like a weird sort of thing like that, but obviously it wasn't really a documentary.
Okay.
It was just all cheesy bullshit. I still blame Dave Grohl for the death of Taylor Hawkins, by the way. Hell, I even blame him for the death of Kurt Cobain. I don't know what it is about that Dave Grohl, but I don't trust him.
Wow, you are on his tail like snail.
Yeah, Grohl killed Taylor in the movie as well, yeah. Symbolism galore, that's what is being said here in the chat room, and I know the caller, Mr. Hollywood here, agrees with us.
Yeah, that's a 27 club or 21 club, or what is that?
What was that? We could barely hear you.
That club where they die young, 20...
The 27 club?
Oh, the 27 club, I think it is, right?
Yeah,
that's it, yeah.
But he wasn't, you're referring to Kurt Cobain, though.
Kurt Cobain was one of the guys, yeah.
Right.
You know what he's talking about, right, Michael? I mean, all
I
the
do.
things like Janis Joplin,
Sure.
Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, all the young up-and-coming
Yeah.
musicians, they all died at 27.
Yeah, that's what drugs do.
Indeed.
They kill you young.
Well, then again, in Kurt Cobain's case, it was a shotgun hit to the head.
Thanks to Dave Grohl.
I disagree. I think that was a result of what's her face, his wife,
You think so?
Courtney.
Courtney, yeah.
Courtney,
Yeah, I don't like her.
Courtney Love. Yeah, she did come up after that, wasn't she? Was she her band Hole or whatever?
The band
Oh
Hole.
yeah. As soon as he died, boom,
After he died,
shot
her
into stardom.
band just went straight up.
That's right.
Yeah, this is true.
Hollywood. Oh my God, I can't stand it.
Hollywood is disgusting, Mike. You know that. You know that
I'll
firsthand.
tell you, man. I don't think I could ever get back into music again. Now that I see how fake things can be within this, not only Hollywood but the entertainment business as well with music, I could never be a part of it again.
But that's mainstream music or mainstream movies. But if you play your music at your rhythm, at your frequency, that's a beautiful thing.
And I
It's
agree
true.
with what you're saying, but with all due respect, I mean, even though my band Empire signed
Mike
to
died.
a record label. Hello?
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
You there? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
We hear you fine, Mike. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All I'm saying is that when I had my band with Empire Hideous, we didn't get signed to a record label, but we got, we had a really good following for a New York band, pulling in anywhere between 300, 500, 1,000 people at a show. That's pretty good for an unsigned band. And that ultimately, look, that's what a lot of people want to get. When you join a band, if you're dedicated in pursuing that music and writing music and writing tunes that people enjoy coming to see you play and buy your records, you're gonna get to a higher level, man. So never think that somebody sells out just because they get famous. Danzig never sold out. The Cure never sold out. Fields of the Nephilim, I know that's probably a band you guys don't know, but they're from England. They never sold out.
I know who that is.
You know who they are. Okay.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that some bands do not sell out, and that's good. But people like Sting. Sting is a sellout. Phil Collins is a sellout. In my opinion, I think the Stones kind of sold out. Even Zeppelin sold out
Well,
when
of
they
course.
did their album.
Yeah.
Coda.
Yeah, but they need money too, though. You can't just be like,
That's
well, they
right.
sold out.
That's what I'm saying.
They sold out arenas.
You can't blame a band
Yes.
because they get popular. You got to base them on how they are.
Yeah. This is true.
But
And
I
Mike,
think
you
it's because you look at it as a job or a career, and I think
Sure.
in music, if you're gonna play mainstream and that's not where your heart is, but you're trying to make a living, then you're just not doing it for the love of music anymore. It's like me.
That's
We
right.
played psychobilly. There's no money in psychobilly,
yeah.
but I love playing it, and especially when we did backyard gigs, the energy coming out of those kids in the pit is
Sure.
a beautiful thing. But when you play,
fun.
when they're paying you, and we were playing at like little venues, little small venues here and there, and the people just stare at you. They're just looking at you, drinking, and bro, I'm like, fuck, there's no energy in here. This is just. But the kids are the ones that used to bring in that energy, and it energizes you up there. It's some weird feeling when you're up on stage, and the kids are on the pit, and just it feels good. And you love doing that. You love playing that, and to this day, I mean, we haven't played in like over 10 years, and I miss that. I'm like, oh my God, it felt really good, It's like a high, like a drug, and you're not even on anything. You're drinking beer and chilling, but that energy coming out of that pit, the people giving you that energy, it's a high, and it feels good.
It's true. Mike's been there.
Yeah, even bands like Typo Negative, they never sold out, but they got huge, and they got huge because Motley Crue took them out on tour and made them famous.
Yeah.
Made them
Plus,
huge.
he was a great songwriter, so that also has a lot to do with it.
By the way, I was looking for a picture of Dave Grohl, and now I found one, and I'm placing it here in the chat room. And my God, I don't trust that man. I'm telling you, there's something wrong with Dave Grohl, in my opinion. And Matt Void says Dave Grohl spooks me out. He was a Nirvana ringing. That's what our friend Matt Void is saying. And Star Lion, David Griffin, Grohl, and Trent Reznor all benefited from Kurt's death. Courtney Love did not. Is that true?
I disagree. I think she benefited greatly from his death, because before he died, how much did you hear about Hole?
Not much.
My point exactly.
Yeah, you didn't really hear much about Hole at all.
And then he died, and boom, they shot up to the top.
And that's exactly what happened with the Foo Fighters. You know, they were already sort of popular, but now they are huge all over again.
Right.
Well, I know you don't like him, Michael, but I have to say there are some songs that he's written that I find catchy, and I can see how they got, the momentum of what would you call it, stardom.
Mike, for some reason, the phone's getting really staticky. I think I might have to let you go. I think here. Yeah, you're breaking up, Mike. You're breaking up.
He's got the phone age.
Yeah, we might have to hang up on you here. Your phone line's getting real bad.
Screw you. Foo Fighters.
His Obama phone.
His Obama phone, that's right. By the way,
good one.
By the way, I wish it was Dave Grohl who did that, not Kurt Cobain. That's what I wish. That is what I wish.
How do you really feel?
Well, you know how I feel. Michael Decon, Courtney Love's dad, was manager of the Grateful Dead, also probably CIA, and she has been photographed in public regarding or reading Burke's Peerage, a bloodline reference. Is that so, Star Lion? Is that so? Very interesting. I had no idea. I didn't know her old man was a manager of the Grateful Dead. That would make sense, though.
Loser.
Yeah, I'm not a big Grateful Dead fan.
Oh, me neither.
They got a few songs that are it's whatever, but I would never follow them in a parking lot or anything like that.
Sickens me.
Yeah.
I hate that music.
I'd rather listen to the Foo Fighters. Just kidding, not that bad.
I would, because I can't stand that hippie shit. I really can't. Oh my God.
Mike hates the hippies.
Job. I friggin' hate hippies.
Charles Manson was a hippie.
What?
Charles Manson was a hippie.
That's why he got framed. An asshole too.
That's why he got framed by the FBI, CIA, because hippies were preaching about love and peace and no war.
Now, let me tell you a little story about the hippie movement, because I just read a book about this association with Satanism. Charles Manson is also referred to as the death of the hippie era. And I'll tell you why. Because when the hippies came about, they started a whole movement about, communism and anti-American, smoke pot, do drugs, drop LSD, take mushrooms, get high. But that was the downfall of American youth. When Charles Manson came along and did the things that he did, he was referred to as the death of the hippie era. And it's because of him that a lot of the hippie era just sort of ceased in the 70s. When did that happen? 69, I believe.
Something like that.
Was it? Yeah, it was 69, maybe 70. I can't remember exactly. But after that happened, the hippie movement wasn't as popular as it was back in the 60s. Thank goodness, because I couldn't stand that scene anyway. The point of the matter is, a lot of hippies, what were they? They were a bunch of jobless, drug-taking losers. Didn't work, didn't have places to live. They stunk. They didn't shave their armpits. I mean, these are gross people. And they talk about peace and love and everything, but the fact of the matter is that does not work. The world is full of hate. Humanity is a hateful creature, and we will never live in a utopian world.
And
the hippies tried to change that,
right?
And that's why it fell apart, because they all sucked.
That was the summer of 1968.
68, and I stand corrected. And Dr. Anton LaVey spoke strongly against the hippies.
Really?
Anton LaVey, yes. Anton LaVey was
that I didn't know.
Right-wing. He was right-wing. He was not a left-wing crackpot.
Yes, I'm learning new things here tonight. I had no idea. And of course, I would, I blame the Beach Boys for what happened to Charles Manson. If that drummer would have just listened and played the song, nobody would have died the next year.
That's true.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Manson had a close relationship with the drummer. I think his name was like Dennis Wilson or some shit.
Yeah, from the Beach Boys. Yeah,
from the Beach Boys, right?
And he wanted. I think he had given him a demo of songs to the guys from the Beach Boys, and he said, it wasn't good enough. Manson took great offense to it and then killed everybody.
Yeah, that's what happens when you drop acid and, have an orgy with him, and then the guy doesn't want to play your tune.
Not only that, Michael, but he was excellent at manipulating people.
That's what they claim. But when I see videos of him, I think, really?
Well, you're seeing the videos of him as a madman in jail, right?
Yeah, but I've seen some early footage of him as well.
Yeah, well, he's a fucking hippie, man. What do you expect?
Yeah, I mean, if you're giving someone drugs, I'm sure you could sort of brainwash them to a certain degree.
That's right.
And that's what was going on,
That's exactly right. At that commune, I think every woman that came into the commune, he basically had sex with.
He banged them.
Yeah, and he would manipulate the guys and manipulate the women into what he wanted, and thus became the leader of a cult.
Manson didn't kill anybody. That's what Otter says in the chat room.
And he's right. He didn't.
He didn't kill anybody.
He didn't kill anybody. He influenced the death of all those people. Sharon Tate, her child, of course, which was a horrific murder. All the other people that were involved in those murders. And they what was done? They were trying to create a race war. They wanted people to think that it was the blacks who were causing these things by writing names in blood like pig and race war, and I can't remember everything that they would do when they were killing these people. But that was the intent. Manson wanted to create a race war between the whites and the blacks.
Whoa.
A caller. What were you going to say, caller? Go ahead, Mr. Hollywood out here.
Oh no, I said I didn't know this. I'm getting educated on Manson here.
Yeah, I'm Charles
I read a
Manson.
lot. I read a lot, caller, so I know all his stuff.
Doc says Manson was a federal agent. DFS Donovan says Manson was under MK Ultra mind control from the CIA.
And from his LSD.
From his LSD. And Star says Sharon Tate was a high priestess. In the process, church and wanted out allegedly.
She was so beautiful. Such a beautiful woman. She's in a movie, one of Roman Polanski's movies called Fearless Vampire Killers. By the way, one of my all-time favorite vampire movies. I believe it was 1965 it came out. Excellent movie. And of course, she got married with him. They were expecting a baby. And Polanski was off doing a film somewhere on business, and she was murdered in the most horrific way. What a shame.
What a shame.
20-some years old. 24, 27, I can't remember.
And by the way, Mike, if I leave the room to go get a bottle of water really quickly, can you talk to Mr. Hollywood here about this?
Of course.
Mr. Hollywood.
I'm getting a very dry mouth all of a sudden here.
Oh, I wonder why.
I wonder why too. Hold on. You two gentlemen have a nice chat while I go run and get a bottled water
Okay.
that I stole.
Caller,
Just kidding.
Yeah.
so caller, are you in America or are you in Mexico?
No, I'm in L.A., Los Angeles, California.
Really? Born and raised?
Yeah. No, I wasn't born here. I was born in Mexico, but I'm here.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you were born in Mexico. When did you come to America?
Back in 1972.
72. So what are you, about 40 something?
I'm actually 50 now.
Oh yeah? Because
Yeah.
I'm 55, so I was just wondering what your age was.
Yeah, I just turned 50.
Oh, congratulations. Congratulations.
They say it's the new 30 or some shit.
Yeah, I've heard the same thing, but I don't feel that way.
Yeah, me neither. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't feel, I wish I felt 30. Fuck.
Tell
Yeah,
everybody,
man.
tell everybody what the gas prices are like in LA right now.
Almost $6, I think. I paid today. Like
Oh my God.
70 something, almost $6.
And I'm assuming that's for like regular unleaded?
You know what? Yesterday, yeah, that's your regular unleaded. Yesterday, my wife had to take my truck, and I had to bring out my other car. And my other car is a 1951 Ford.
Okay.
Oh my.
That thing eats up gas.
Sure. It's probably an
bet it does.
8-cylinder, right?
The what? Yeah, it's an 8-cylinder. It's an 8-cylinder.
Oh, what happened there? Did we, actually, what I did was add another caller here. Caller, go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
Hey, fellas, how you doing?
Oh my God.
Hello. How you doing, buddy?
Doing okay,
All right.
Yes. Is this our friend from Canada?
You got it, man. Stevie.
What's going on, brother?
Not much. Checking out the show. Smoking some California Kush.
Is that why you called? Are you showing off? Is that why you called in?
No, not at all.
And we still have Mr. Hollywood here on the line, don't we?
Yeah, I'm still here. Hey, this guy's from Canada?
This guy's from Canada. I'm glad you're still here. I'm glad we merged these calls together so we could talk to both of you.
Canada.
Yeah, Canada.
Any Mexicans out in Canada?
Yeah, there's all kinds of them here.
Hey, yeah, Canada, have you heard of Naughty Beaver out there?
Naughty Beavers, yeah.
Yes, you know who. Yeah, you know who he is, right?
All of a sudden, everyone got louder.
Hello.
That's good, though. And Mike, can you hear everyone, by the way?
I can hear everybody loud and clear.
Nice. Okay, I'm glad we are all on the same frequency here. But Mike, I do apologize for coming in here and bringing in another caller while you guys were having this discussion. But I made it safe. I didn't die on my way to the kitchen, by the way.
Good to know.
Yes, I made it safely. I got the water bottle. Everything is good. Everything is good, folks. I promise. I promise.
So
but
tell us about this stolen water bottle.
Oh, it's not really stolen. I was just saying that.
Oh, all right.
I thought it was cool to say that.
I stole a pastry the other day.
You stole who?
Pastry from the store.
Did you really? You stole it from where? Vaughn's?
I was checking out at the food store, and it just happened to fall in my bag. I didn't mean to.
I see.
Just fell in. I was like, oh, gee,
it just happened to fall into your cart, in other words.
It did. It fell right in the bag.
Oh, okay.
I walked out. $15 pastry.
Wow.
Ooh.
What a rush, right?
Oh, it was great. I went out in the car and I ate it.
Good job,
Like
Mike.
they're not going to get me alive. I'm going to eat this, and I'm going to eat the evidence.
Sticking it to the man.
Man, exactly.
Sticking it to the man. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh,
I'm quite proud of you, Mike.
yeah.
I am. I'm glad you did it. And by the way, I'm still looking at this photograph of Dave Grohl, by the way.
Oh, get over it, will you?
He's still on here, though.
He's obsessed with it.
He's still on my screen, though. I'm getting repulsed here. I need to get him off. That's why I'm bringing it up. I'm like, holy shit, Dave Grohl is still on the screen. I'm telling you, I don't trust him. I don't trust him like I don't trust any middle school teacher out there. You know, all these teachers are grooming children, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Am I lying, though?
That's
no
true.
comment.
They are grooming the children. I honestly believe this new agenda, they want to make it the new normal. That's what they're going to do. And it's been going on for several years, by the way, behind the scenes, away from, you know, everyone else.
And what do you think about this? The transgender swimmer from Pennsylvania who's been taking the lead on all the other the actual biological female swimmers.
That's true. Yeah,
What do you think about that?
the first transgender athlete to win the NCAA thing for a woman or whatever. Whatever the hell it was called, I'm not even sure. It was something along those lines.
It was, I think, it was a NCAA. No, wait,
yeah.
no.
There you go.
No. This person, her name is Lisa something, and it's a white person,
Right.
and she is a transgender from male to female,
Oh, the bird's back.
and she's beating the pants off all these chicks
Holy
who
hell.
are.
Even the
Who
bird
are-
is laughing.
I know even the bird is tripping
That's
out
not
back
a laugh,
there.
my friend. That's not a laugh. That's a scream. But anyway, so she's beating the pants off these biological girls, and they're getting pissed, and you can't say, you can't blame them.
Yeah, I saw that a couple weeks back.
She's like 6 feet tall. She's got this giant back, these long arms. No wonder she's beating them. It's a guy.
Leah
you know?
Thomas, I believe, yes.
Yes. That's right.
It's ma'am.
Do you know who even spoke out against her?
No.
Caitlyn
Jenner.
Jenner.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had no idea that Caitlyn was speaking out on this sort of subject here. Wow. The bird is scaring me now.
Yeah, let me calm him down.
You might need to go up there, Mike, and set that bird straight.
Yeah, I'm bringing him upstairs with me.
Yes, and our friend in Canada, anything you want to add before we cut you loose here, my friend?
Yeah, there's a cyclist too doing the same thing.
Another transgendered cyclist or athlete.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
I heard about that too.
Wow.
Hey, that Caitlyn Jenner?
Right.
Yeah, also
Caitlyn-
known
okay,
as Bruce Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner, or whatever she calls herself, he or she or whatever. He had to sacrifice a woman to become a woman.
Didn't she kill someone?
Exactly. He killed a woman in Malibu.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
What are we talking
He
about?
ran over somebody.
Yeah, Caitlyn
He
Jenner
ran
did.
over a woman and
Yeah.
killed a woman.
That's true.
And a few months later, he became a woman. So he had to sacrifice a woman to become a woman in Malibu, which Malibu in Native American stuff, means bad. It means bad land.
Mike is
Malibu is connected to Hollywood.
Mike has no idea about the Caitlyn Jenner thing.
I don't.
No?
I didn't know he killed somebody.
Yeah, look
This
it
is
up.
News, this is news
He
to me.
killed a woman in Malibu.
Yeah, this
It
is
was an
true.
I think a car accident
Can you
or something.
explain to me why he killed a woman?
It was an accident.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
I never heard of this.
Yeah, this was
Never heard of this.
this was several years back.
Oh.
Yeah, this
Okay.
was probably, I think, 2015, if I recall correctly.
I think
When he
so,
was
but
Bruce
I
Jenner.
know. Yeah.
He's
And
still
a
male.
few months later, it turned out to be a transgender, and everybody loved her. And
Everyone forgot,
So
yeah. Everyone forgot
Yeah.
she killed someone.
And then
Yeah.
they started calling him a hero because he got his text
Yeah.
change.
because he
Yeah,
sacrificed somebody to become a woman. Everything is a sacrifice.
My God. Everything is
Yeah.
a sacrifice, Mike.
I guess so.
Mike,
But I was
please
unaware of
refer. Oh, by the way, the chat says, Mike, please refer to Caitlin as she. I'm very offended.
My apologies.
Yes, you got to get your pronouns
What's your
correct.
pronouns?
Mike.
Come
Yeah.
on, man.
Yeah. Grow up. Get over it. Deal with it.
You know what we need to do is come up with a cool name, and if they ask you, you've got to refer to me as a woman. Okay, then you refer me as Mr. Papi Chulo when you're talking to me too.
Mhm.
We're going to refer to you as Papi Chulo now.
Listen, let me
Call
tell you
me
something about all
whatever.
these people. Let me tell you something about all these people who
You have
think
to
it's so
refer to
important.
me whatever the fuck I want to be referred to as.
Oh, my.
Listen, man. Let me tell you something.
Go ahead, Mike.
Let me tell you something about all these people who are so hell bent on telling everybody else on how they need to conduct themselves. Okay, for as many years as have gone by with people who are gay and or transsexual or transvestites. Never had I've known many of them in the past. Being in the music business, I knew many of them. I used to hang out with them. I used to smoke joints with them. I used to drink with them. Never had a problem. Now all of a sudden I got to refer to people by they or we or non-binary. You know what? F you.
Mike used to share needles with them, too.
All right, I'm going to draw the line there. That never happened.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was just,
You know, they just want to lay down their law on everybody else, and at the same time, they don't want to respect things that we go by, or how we deal with things. So, grow up, man. Grow up. It's not a big deal. And the fact is, when they start admitting that guys can't have babies, then maybe I'll think about how I'm going to refer to them.
They got the birth control for men now.
Oh, good for them. They need it because so many guys have had babies.
Right.
It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit.
amazing.
I got no problem with gay people.
I don't think any of us do.
What's that?
I said I don't think any of us do. It's just the fact that the school teachers nowadays, they are like grooming the children out there.
Yeah, they are.
They really are, I'm
Child
telling you.
It's like child abuse.
It really is. If you want to change your gender, well, you can easily do that nowadays, thanks to this state and many other states out there.
Yeah, in high school.
You don't really even need permission anymore from anyone.
Yeah. How? And then they wonder why the parents are getting angry because of what their children are being taught in school.
Your
I'll tell
public
you,
school will be more than happy to help you.
If my child, if I had a kid, and it was in school being taught about how if I had a girl, and that girl was in school, and she was being told that, well, if you feel like a boy, you could dress like a boy, and if you feel like you want to start taking hormones so that your tits stop growing and you can grow a penis, I mean, yeah, go right ahead, but don't tell your parents. How dare you? How dare you? Who do they think they are, giving personal information like that and encouraging a child to do such things without their parents' consent? Hello?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
I
true.
like it.
No,
But you know what? It's
I
all
agree.
at home too. The way you teach your kids, because if they come home with that, you tell them, well, you know the way we are. This is the way we are. I know they're teaching you that over there, but you know the way things are. This is why you wake up your kids young so they know what the hell's going on out there.
Well, they're
And-
teaching them really young.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Like kindergarten.
Yeah, it's pretty
Kindergarten.
insane. I mean, if you need an abortion, you just have to tell your teacher and you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you need birth
Didn't-
control, you
didn't
just
we
go to
have
the
a-
school clinic.
Michael, didn't we have a discussion once about how they were teaching children about masturbation in I think it was as low as third grade, second grade, maybe first?
Yeah, see, anytime you have to talk to children at that age, that's grooming. That's like some pedophile stuff right there.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
They need to make up their own minds when it's time.
Yeah, you would think parental consent is required, but not anymore.
Absolutely.
Not anymore.
16,
Holy
16,
hell.
17, not at age 6. I'm sorry, that's just wrong.
Yeah, I mean, the school, they are
Yeah.
passing out these hormone treatments, by the way, these hormone blockers.
But you notice it in movies too now. It's like, when I was a kid, Batman was just Batman. He fought crime and that's it. And now they're trying to push in that Batwoman is a lesbian
Really?
and Robin is gay and what the fuck? I don't care what their sexual preferences are. I like him because he's a crime fighter. That's it. But now they push in the sexual thing about the superheroes.
Yeah, Spider-Man is supposed to be gay, right? Isn't Spider-Man gay?
Yeah, I think one of the Spider-Mans is supposed to be gay. One of the Universal multiverse Spider-Man is gay. They made Robin a gay, I think, too. Batwoman is a lesbian in the show.
Well, to be fair, Robin was always gay.
His name is Dick Grayson. That's a strong name.
Well, Robin, I've always thought Robin was kind of, a little gay. Kind of little that. And now we're getting canceled again.
They're pushing all that in there. I don't care about his sexuality. I mean, he's a crime-fighting duo. That's it. I don't care what they did behind doors,
No, no one does. I mean, that's why this whole teacher thing is insane these days. All this LGBT agenda that's going on right now. It's a little much, even though we, again, have nothing against the gays and lesbians and the transsexuals out there. We're not talking about that. I have no kids.
And they're
A caller, hold on, I'm not finished here. I'm not done here, caller. I'm going to have to lower you here. I wasn't finished with my little rant here, but I'll just lower you. And again, Mike, it's insane what's going on. It really is. I'm not a parent. I have no kids. I'm someone who never wanted any kids, to be blunt.
Right.
Mike, I, however, now fully care about kids out there who have to go through all this, and life is already confusing, and growing up through this probably won't help any developing minds out there.
Indeed. In the last 6 years, kids have gone through more confusion being told that just because a certain politician won the election, that they needed to go to a safe place and pet a puppy, and that they had to wear a mask in school and around kids and outside. They can't interact with children. I mean, it's insanity. And now the sexual thing, it's just out of control. Kids are all going to be seeing psychiatrists in another couple of years.
Yes, and
if they're not already.
Right, I have to be honest here again and say I'm not against the gays or transgenders out there. We're all one. However, what I don't like is the fact that the president had to address any of this, and I have a little clip to play here in a moment. But holy hell, it's insane, Mike. It really is. Again, I don't dislike any of the gays out there, the lesbians, the trannies out there. We love you all. But this whole thing is not really an important issue. I thought we sort of got past all that. But then there are those who make this a part of their whole existence, you know. It's a little weird.
Right. It's like the racist thing.
Doesn't have to be that way.
They just lay it on you like, oh, we're not getting enough respect. Oh, my God. This country gives more respect to ethnic background people as well as sexually oriented people and whatever they may be. We're so liberal in this country, and yet we're made to think that we are the most hateful, racist, homophobic country in the world.
We just have a lot of pedophiles out there that are teaching kids. You know, I don't want any teachers teaching these kids about puberty blockers or whether or not they are male or female.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's a little much. It's a little much.
Glad I don't have any kids in school.
I know parents out there. I don't know what you make of any of this. But I'm sure there's some parents out there that have kids in school. Mr. Hollywood, you don't have any kids, do you?
Yeah, I do.
And are they in public school?
One of them is too small to be in school, and one of them is old already. They have their jobs. They're doing their thing.
They're doing their thing. They're not getting groomed by any teachers out there, in other words.
No, they're already full
They're already
blown
out.
with a job.
They're miserable, hating life.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Canada out there? Any kids out there?
Nope, none for me.
None that you know of.
Yeah, exactly.
I hear you. Strange times. I'm not sure if anybody would want a kid during these sort of odd times that we live in these days. You'd be kind of crazy to have a kid nowadays. Pretty goddamn insane, Mike.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Now, Mike, at 11
Unless
years
you're a
old.
politician's kid.
Well, yeah, that too. Mike, you know, at 11 years old, were you thinking about what sex you were, Mike?
No, I didn't even care about girls. I was too busy playing ball and riding my bicycle and going outside and having a good time instead of looking at a cell phone 24 hours a day and worrying about what gender I had to be and whether or not I was going to dress like a girl the next day. I didn't care about any of that shit. I grew up as a child.
Yeah, I thought so. I don't think any child at that age or younger is actually thinking about whether or not they're a boy or a girl or something else. You know,
Michael,
all these thoughts were already planted in their heads by their teachers.
Exactly.
That's why I'm saying this is. That's why I'm telling you, Mike. This I absolutely think this is a form of grooming.
Of course it is. It's a form of control.
Yeah.
Programming.
But, can you imagine how the Chinese and the Russians and all our enemies who are building their armies are just laughing at us?
I agree with Asuka. Imagine how miserable life will be in 20 years. Well, actually think of next year. It'll only get worse. And Profiles in Ufology says Mike is the Goth King.
Well, thank you.
Mike, are you the Goth King?
I'd like to be referred to as the Goth Godfather. The Gothfather.
Mike wants to be referred to as the Goth Queen.
I'm the Goth they.
He's the Goth Queen. He's keeping it real.
Yeah.
My God. Well, Mr. Hollywood, do you have anything else to add before we cut you loose here?
That's it, man. Great show.
I want to thank you for hanging out with us here. Yes, thanks for calling in. And Mr. Canada, anything as well before we part ways with you too?
No, thanks, man.
Yes, sir. We'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for calling in, both of you. We will talk again here. And Mike,
Thanks,
we're not,
guys.
we're not done with the show here. We're just sort of moving along here. Hopefully, other people wanted to call in. That number is 424-666-2425. 25. Yeah, don't be afraid. Call in. We'd love to hear all of you today or whenever. Please call in. 424-666-2425. I believe that's the number, Mike.
See if I can get my bird to say it.
Yeah, try to get the bird to jump in here.
That would be awesome, huh?
Can you hear the
Have him give
effects?
his phone number.
Can you hear the effects, by the way, when I did that?
Yeah, you got the harmonizer going. I hear it.
You could hear that.
I sure can.
Ooh, I heard the bird.
Oh, he's right next to me.
Ah,
I'm
nice.
looking right in his eyeball.
Very
Oh, my
nice.
man.
We got the bird finally.
Yeah, well, he was getting loud. He was too loud downstairs, so I had to get him upstairs.
Eric in the chat room says, "Queer Eye for the Goth Guy." Is that on HBO?
Good one.
It must be on HBO, Mike.
It's going to be soon if it isn't.
I've never heard of that one before, but I would have to imagine it's quite good.
I'll tell you, us goths we could give a few pointers to the homosexuals who dress in pink and pretty colors, pastel colors. We'd have to add more black to their fashion statement.
Beautiful colors, Mike. Beautiful
No color,
colors of the
actually.
rainbow.
All black.
All black. Mike, I think I have a clip here about, I believe this was Mr. Biden, by the way.
Oh, good.
I believe I have a clip of that for you, Mike. Somewhere around here. And this is what I was referring to earlier about Mr. Biden. 79 years old now, by the way.
Going on 931.
Did you know he was that old?
Isn't it obvious? I mean, the guy, he can't do anything. He's like mentally challenged at this point.
I thought he was older. I actually thought he was older. Yeah.
You know, they all bitched and complained about Trump and the 25th Amendment, meaning that he wasn't fit to run in office, and yet they've done nothing about Biden. Nothing.
The bird
Yeah,
agrees.
that's right. He's watching me shake my hand. He's getting excited.
Yes. So we do have a clip here of one Joseph Biden speaking on his new agenda. I believe it was just this Thursday marked a Transgender Day of Visibility. So he got a special little message for the transgender Americans out there, by the way.
Oh, great.
Are you ready to hear this, Mike?
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's have a good laugh.
Let's hear Mr. Joseph Biden. Here he goes.
Everyone's celebrating Transgender Day of Visibility. I want you to know that your president sees you. Jill, Kamala, Doug, our entire administration sees you for who you are, made in the image of God and deserving of dignity, respect, and support. We know it's hard, and there are those out there who don't see you and don't respect you. For example, the onslaught of anti-transgender state laws attacking you and your families is simply wrong. This administration is standing up for you against all these hateful bills, and we're committed to advancing transgender equality in the classroom, in the playing field, at work, in our military, in our housing and healthcare systems, everywhere, simply everywhere. Today, we're announcing even more steps. There's always more work to do to end the epidemic of violence against transgender women of color and girls of color, to ensure transgender seniors can age with dignity, and to finally pass the Bipartisan Equality Act. Help transgender persons around the world live free from discrimination and violence. Above all, to be there with you. The parents of transgender children, affirming your child's identity is one of the most powerful things you can do to keep them safe and healthy. To any transgender American who's struggling, please know you're not alone. Parents and children alike, please ask for help. Know this, you're so brave, you belong, and we have your back.
Ooh, Mike. What do you make of that, Mike? I'm curious.
He's a moron. I think they're all friggin' morons. I think the Democratic Party has gone absolutely stupid.
They've
Let
gone
me tell you
dumb.
something, man. If any homosexual out there, any transgender, gay, lesbian, whatever you want to call yourself, if you listen to that speech and you don't know what this guy was saying throughout his 47-year piece of shit career, where he talked about racism and he wanted segregation,
Racial jungles, yeah.
Right. If you believe this guy now, then you seriously got a serious problem. I don't care what your sexual preference is. If you believe this guy now, who is a complete and utter liar, then you got a problem.
My goodness, and I believe we do have another call here. Who knows who this is, Mike? I am terrified. Caller, go ahead, you are live.
How you guys doing?
We're good. How are you?
Hi.
I'm doing good. I tuned in a little late. Didn't know you guys were on, but I'm glad I got to call in.
You tuned in late. Why is that?
I didn't know you guys were on, and then I got home about
how dare you.
An hour ago.
No excuses. But I'm glad you're here, though.
I always listen to you guys regardless if it's live or not.
Nice. Well, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for calling in.
Have you guys heard anything about this Clarence Thomas's wife?
No, do tell.
So I guess there's, their January 6th, the investigations that they've been doing or whatever.
With Donald Trump going on right now about the 7-hour gap everyone keeps talking about.
Right, and so I guess I don't really know a whole lot about it, but I know that they brought up, they went into Clarence Thomas's wife's emails, and I guess she was connected with, some of Trump's people, and of course they're trying to, throw somebody under the bus. But what do you guys think about somebody, like if it was, somebody that's on, like Clarence Thomas is on, I can't remember the exact name. What is it again? He's on the Supreme Court.
Right.
And so if somebody's wife has somebody's views, what does that have to do with him?
It's a great question.
I mean, they were really going at him, and they're going at her with all this stuff and saying, that he should be recused from all the January 6th, the insurgents. And,
I saw that,
from
yes.
their cases and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I really didn't, like I said, I didn't hear a whole lot about it, but I didn't know if you guys, had heard anything.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know what to make of any of it.
I heard that I listened to it's like a leftist podcast, and all they do is talk about QAnon, right?
QAnon,
so,
boy, yes.
Yeah, but they're like they're the anti-QAnon, right? Like they make fun of it all the time. And so anyways, they were
that's
talking
their shtick,
about
okay.
Yeah, they were talking about all this stuff and how, I listen to both sides. I don't care. They're all corrupt. I don't care. But
Amen.
The whole thing, the thing that I was so confused about was that they're going after her so hard, and she's not a member. She's not a public figure. She's somebody's wife.
Yeah, it's someone's wife, which is pretty strange and bizarre. It adds another twist and turn to this unfolding story. Mike, did you want to add something here?
Not really. I'm not surprised in the least bit. This is what the left does, and no one is off limits. But yet, when you try to do it to them, then you're wrong. Then you're a right-wing conspiracy theorist.
We're all conspiracy theorists here now.
Yeah. Agreed.
In a way, we kind of all are now. It's official.
Yeah,
Funny thing is, we've got more information than the media does.
What was that, caller?
I was just going to say, as long as you guys don't say gay.
Well, we're not in Florida. I'm in California. It's even worse.
True.
It is even worse out here.
I watch a guy online on YouTube. His name's CC Unit, and he's a child predator catcher.
Whoa!
And he's in California, and he's live almost every day.
Every day,
another guy out there.
Damn.
Almost every day.
Well, I respect the hustle.
He's a young kid. He's like this little. He's probably 23 years old. And he's got a bunch of decoys that work for him.
Whoa.
And take people down, and then he shows up and and he basically like berates him and everybody. I mean, I've seen some crazy videos where he was in the hood one time. He's at a park and he meets this guy, and the guy ends up trying to defend himself, but then all these hood kids, he's in the hood, all these hood kids hear it, and they're all like 13, 14, and they just start stalking him around the streets for like 45 minutes, and kids are coming up and slapping him, and nobody jumped him. But I mean, I'm surprised. It's fun to watch, though. I'll tell you that much.
That was like
Can I ask you guys a
it's
question?
like a Chris Hansen show. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, it is. There's a bunch of them.
Can I ask you guys a question? And I'm only being the devil's advocate when I say this, or when I ask this. Do you think, now, correct me if I'm wrong, this is not the question, this is the pre-question. You have to be quiet, Bird. What is the legal limit in California? 16, 18?
18.
18, okay.
And probably in California, it's probably younger than that. I'd assume that it's probably like they on these shows or on YouTube, where they always say they're 13 or 14 because when you get into those upper ages, like 17, they don't.
Okay, that's fine, and that's whatever it may be. I mean, coming from New Jersey, I know that the legal age was 18. So if it's 16 in California or 17, whatever, I wouldn't expect it to go any younger to 16. Here's my question to you guys.
Right.
If an older guy is with a young, well, let's make it even, male and female. If an older guy is going for a younger girl who is of age by, say, one day, like she just turned 18, do you consider that wrong still? Like, is she still what you would consider to be a prey for a predator?
I mean, I'd say yes, just because, I mean, if he's groomed her, like to this point, what's the difference? But if he just met her that day, and it's not something online where he's coaxing her with money or with whatever, then I don't see anything wrong with that, because like you said, it is legal. I think there is something wrong with it morally. If you're an old dude, it's pretty fucking creepy.
Yeah, it's definitely creepy.
Legally.
Yeah, if it's a huge age gap, it's a little weird.
Okay, I can respect that. I was just curious.
What do you think, Mike?
What's that?
What do you think?
Well, the reason I kind of brought it up is because years ago, in my 30s, I had a thing with a 19-year-old. Now, that might freak you guys out a bit. I think I was 35. No, I was 32. She was 19. And mind you, she came after me.
But she's already 19, so that's, it's a
met her
little,
when she was 19.
it's a little different,
But
yes.
It's still young.
Yeah.
It is young, sure.
I'll be the first to admit. She came at me. Okay, she came at me.
She was the aggressor.
Right.
Okay.
It wasn't like I wasn't being a predator in any way. I wasn't taking advantage of her. She came at me.
You didn't meet her in a chat room, in other words.
No, we didn't even have chat rooms back then.
You didn't meet her on Grindr, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, is there a site that? What is Grindr? I don't even know.
Grindr is a gay app, and there's tons of other ones.
Grindr
There's
is a homosexual app, by the way.
WhatsApp is the one that's like the new popular one. I actually work for a guy up here. Well, I don't work for him. I volunteer for him on the side, and I'm a decoy in Colorado.
Whoa.
For a guy named Colorado Pred Petchers. Colorado Pred Poachers.
So basically, this guy's like Chris Hansen.
Yeah, well, no, me and my wife. So just for fun, I'll text we get burner phones, and we'll just get on these apps, and then we say we're 18 on our profile, And then we start to talk to them.
Ooh.
We tell them that we're 13, that we're 14. And then supposedly if somebody tells you that on those apps, you're supposed to report them. And so that's why I have a burner phone, because, you know, they constantly get reported and I get deleted and then I come back. And so anyways, you'll start, some of these guys, it'll go on for months and months. Other guys want to meet the first day. And so
Sure.
the whole thing is, though, is that
They're all horned up.
You know, and, you know, everywhere in America, these guys are everywhere.
Oh, I bet.
And a lot of them aren't convicted either. They're just out there.
Yeah, they're just running running around, roaming free. Holy hell!
He's caught. You know, he's got people all over up here, and some of the majority of them, I'm going to say they're low IQ people, and it's almost like you want to feel bad for them because maybe they were tricked or something. But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
I mean, it's horrible.
So these are like people that like
will stick up for them.
Yeah. So basically, these are like the people that they follow the links that are sent to them on email. Then,
right? They'd be the ones, if you're Nigerian, that you're just so glad to talk to.
Oh my God!
You know, in 2003, I had a girl who approached me at first, telling me she was 18. Then I found out she was 13. Mind you, nothing happened. But she kept,
yeah, but what did you do when you found out?
When I found out, I told her, I was like, look, you got to understand, I am not getting involved with you at 13. I said, call me when you're like 18, but no.
Yeah.
So, but she came on to me. She tried to kiss me, didn't happen. And then she even told me, she's like, I want you to be my first. I'm like, look,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she said, I want you to be my first. I said, look, that's all sweet and everything. I said, but you are underage. I said, do you have any idea what could happen to me, first of all? I said, I would never go to that level. But she, again, this is when I was in a band. She came to see me perform. She came up to me, oh, hey, give me a call. So I called her, and she's like, I'm 18. When I went to see her, she confessed to me, and she said, I'm actually 13. I'm like, what? I'm like, I got to go. Get the fuck out of here.
She's probably a fad, Mike. It's a good thing nothing happened.
I think she was. I think there was an association with I think they were trying to entrap me.
It sounds like it. Jesus Christ.
I'll bet anything, Mike, Mike's a pseudo sex star, really. I'm sure being, like a rock star like that, I'm sure he has stories that he could just close the show out with.
Well, of course. I mean, the dude was, in a major goth band. He was the front man, and a lot of women, they love that. They always love the singer. So, a lot of these girls, a lot of goth girls out there, they totally dug Mike. Mike was the man and still is the man.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of him back then.
Yeah, Mike's a handsome man.
But you bring up this topic about the whole age difference, and I get it. I never like, there was two girls that I got involved with who were, when I first met them, one was 19 and then the other one was 20, and I was already 20 years their senior, but I never felt like it was creepy.
You didn't feel all
like,
dirty, in other words.
Like, when you're that age, though, I mean, they can do whatever, you can do whatever you want and whatever. But it's the thing that really gets me, though, is that a lot of these guys will just say, "Oh, I don't want to have sex with you until you're 18," and the girl's 14.
Whoa.
I mean, that's disgusting. I couldn't believe, somebody, like. I mean, think about it when you grew up, and so say you see some girl now and she's 14 and you're like, oh, I can't wait for 4 more years. Like, that's so horrible. I can't believe people actually think that. Like, and I'm sure a lot of people do.
Well, think about arranged marriages in the Muslim religion.
The Muslim world.
They marry girls to guys who are already in their 20s or whatever.
No, they're
and
like
they marry them.
They're like 70 and they have like 11-year-old bride.
Yeah, you're right. They could be anywhere from
like
19 to like 60, and they're marrying 4 and 6-year-old girls.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's true. Those photos are disgusting, by the way. You always see this old man. He's like in his 70s, and he's sitting down next to an 11-year-old girl, and she looks like one of those. She looks like one of those abused dogs in those commercials.
God.
Yeah, she looks like an abused animal.
So that's why I brought it up to you guys. I wanted to see where you stood. Like, as I said, you're 17 years old, and your birthday is the next day. You're going to be 18. So does it, once you become 18, does it actually mean that a day ago that wasn't right?
Yes, by law, again, yes. Here in California,
by law,
yes.
Of course. Just being the devil's advocate here.
Well, no, yeah. That's what society has deemed. That's what society has deemed proper. That's what we voted for. That the age of consent is 18 here in California. So, we live by the laws of the land, and if that's the age of consent, then that's the age of consent. Yeah. That's what society has deemed, appropriate, and we voted for that. And caller, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. I had a friend that I grew up with in high school, and he was, he always acted younger for his age, and he never really, had a girlfriend or anything like that. And then when he was 18, he met a 14-year-old that was about to turn 15. She's almost 15 or whatever, but he was 18. And so they dated for over a year, and the parents knew about it and everything. And then they started to have sex, and she was 16, and he was, I think, 19 or 20 or something like that. And so the parents, they knew about it, and the cops found out about it, and then he's on the sex offender list, like a total pedophile for the rest of his life. So there are the opposite of where it's like things like that should, I mean, if you knew, that's the whole thing. If you knew the situation, but the law, like you said, that's the law.
That's the law. We have to abide by what society feels fits.
I'll tell you that one situation I had,
exceptions.
That one situation I had with that young girl, that flipped me out. I couldn't believe it when she told me her real age. I couldn't believe it.
You had a real Chris Hansen moment there, Mike.
I bet.
That must have been frightening for you. I mean, at least it would have been for me.
I was frightened. I was legitimately scared. I was like, I'm being set up. I'm like, this is a setup.
It sounds like a setup to me. I mean, I would have ran out of there quick. Holy hell, Mike.
I pretty much did. I never saw her again after that day.
Would have ran for high ground.
I jumped on my motorcycle and took off.
Ooh, Mike, you saved yourself there.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
I don't know if you guys have heard about
NBC.
There's laws in California about sodomy.
Sodomy?
Yeah. Have you heard anything about this?
No, but please.
So
we might have to change the subject here pretty soon. We've gone to a dark path here, by the way.
Deep.
This is real bad.
The only reason that I said that was you'll get it. So there was a liberal, somebody brought something in, and they passed this bill where if you're 10 years within the person that sodomized you,
oh my God,
it didn't have to be against your, if as long as you were willing or whatever, that it was okay.
Ooh.
So a 13-year-old could be with a 23-year-old.
Yeah.
And obviously they passed these laws because, they've had so much problems with, 16-year-olds and 19-year-olds, but that's the blank they went to, 10 years.
All I'm saying is I'm glad I don't have a daughter. Oh my God. I feel bad for all the guys out there that have to worry about this sort of thing day in and day out. My little girl, Gonna get banged behind a Chevy. A Chevrolet.
Thank God I don't have any little girls.
The back of a El Camino.
I would never let them go near a musician.
I would never do the same if I had a child as well. I would keep them right away from all these people.
Hey, what about
Well, that's
AshleyMadison.com?
What's that, Mike?
If any,
What about AshleyMadison.com?
What about that weird place?
You know what it is?
I do.
Okay. I joined it one time.
Did you really?
About 12 years ago, yeah.
all right.
Look at you, Mike. Holy
I didn't
hell.
know what it was. I thought it was just a dating site. Then I find out it's supposed to be cheating housewives.
Cheating housewives, that's right.
Even my bird is laughing.
By the way, Ashley Madison is the most active, discreet, and legitimate network you can find if you're looking for an extramarital affair. That's what the description is here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Ashley Madison.
Still around?
AshleyMadison.com. Still around. Still functioning, yes. My.
Amazing.
It really is. Oof. Caller, anything else you want to add before we let you go here?
No, just I guess one last thing is,
Yes, sir.
Zelensky's a little puppet boy, and I've never seen he's basically Seinfeld in Ukraine, and so
Zelensky.
if anybody believes that Ukraine is not corrupt as Russia, if not more, then
It's probably
you
worse.
should probably do a little history lesson.
Yeah, that
Just ask
Zelensky.
Hunter Biden.
Just ask Hunter Biden. Yeah, that's right.
Hey, Hunter's a good guy, man. Come on.
He's a great guy. He,
Especially when
all night long.
I smoke crack with him.
Especially when he's smoking crack with a prostitute.
Hey, if he gets another money order, then we're going to get some more tonight.
I hope.
I got to be honest, I did see some of those photographs, by the way, inside Hunter Biden's laptop, and, I had to delete that real quick.
Yeah, right back to right back to that one.
That was pretty crazy.
I got to check
I
him
want
out.
to thank you guys, and I want to thank everybody. Mike Hideous, and his story. He really made me smile and laugh a lot tonight. So I just want to thank him, and I want to also thank the man, the myth, the legend, Mike Decon.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, you guys have a good night. Thanks
You
a lot,
too,
man.
my friend. Take care. And there he goes. We do appreciate that caller, wherever he's at. We love that. Zelensky is a Jew. That's what Doc Holliday had to say in the chat room. Okay. I think we knew that already. I think we already knew he was a Jew. Didn't we, Mike?
Did we?
I believe so. I think we all knew that.
Okay.
And Mike, I believe I do have a clip of that teacher that was, doing something while he was teaching kids.
Okay.
But I know you are kind of pressed on time here.
We can finish off the show.
You
We
could,
got, 30 minutes? You want to finish it up?
you could finish off like the teacher did. You ready for this, Mike?
Yes.
Here we go.
You send your kid to school every day and you think at least for those 8 hours that they're safe.
My
Nutley
God.
parents still trying to wrap their heads around disturbing allegations being made against a longtime substitute teacher who was charged with several counts of child endangerment and 1 count of lewdness for incidents that police say happened inside the classroom while he was teaching. Nutley police arrested 58-year-old Richard Dunn on Tuesday after an investigation tied him to at least 2 separate incidents. The first, sources say, happened February 1st at a middle school, and the second just last Friday on March 11th at Nutley High School.
It makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable, and my daughter being a female unsafe.
While police did not provide details about the behavior they are calling inappropriate, Parents we spoke to off camera claimed they were told by students inside a high school media class that Dunn was masturbating. Video of the incident was widely shared on social media, causing a firestorm with parents online,
Oh my
which
God.
became part of the police investigation.
Why was he still allowed in the school?
They actually had
if there
video
was
of him
something
doing
that
this,
happened
Mike.
Before this, couldn't that have
And he
been
still kept his
prevented?
job?
And he's-
Don't
I have no
our
idea.
kids deserve better.
In a statement announcing Dunn's arrest, the Nutley's public safety director insists authorities acted quickly, saying protecting the children and the residents of this community is our #1 concern. When police are called upon to investigate allegations as serious as the ones reported last week, we prioritize our efforts to ensure no one is at risk. Now, it remains unclear if the Nutley School District was aware of that first alleged incident which happened last month, which would possibly explain why Dunn was allowed to report for duty just last week. Now, a district spokesperson...
Oh my, he wasn't fired.
So, Michael, they keep saying Nutley. What state is he in?
I have no clue, Mike, where that clip came
Because
from.
the reason I asked is because there's a Nutley in New Jersey.
I think it is. Yeah, actually, you know what? I think that story is from New Jersey.
Okay, interesting. I used to frequent Nutley every once in a while.
I'd click the link there. Yeah, you know what? This was a dude from New Jersey.
Nice.
How nice is that guy? He's very friendly, Mike. That's all. He just wants to jerk off in front of your kids. That's all. No big deal, right?
No big deal. Maybe it was sex ed.
Yeah, maybe it was just sex ed. He was just showing off.
Just showing the kids how to do it properly.
Jesus Christ, Mike. The kids have to worry about people like that nowadays.
Oh, God. The world is going to hell, Michael, in a handbasket.
Yes, and you have to worry about people like this in Florida as well, Mike. This is a short one for you.
As an elementary school teacher in Florida, this new bill has really been weighing on me a lot. I teach first grade, which means my classroom is one of the ones that will be directly affected. For those of you who haven't been in the classroom a while, one of the things that teachers always do at back to school night and meet the teacher and things like that is they send home this cute little meet the teacher thing where it has a little bio about us, some of our favorite stuff, just so that you know who we are. How do I do that next year? Do I lie and not talk about my marriage? Do I pretend I'm single? Do I invalidate my spouse's stance as a trans femme person? Or do I put my job on the line to introduce myself?
Indeed, Mike. Can you believe that?
I don't care.
What am I supposed
I don't
to
care.
What am I supposed to do? How about you don't talk about your personal life to first graders who
Exactly.
don't give a
Thank you.
shit about your
That's what I
life
was
to
thinking.
begin with?
I mean, I'm thinking, who cares what your sexual preference is? Shut up.
My God.
Oh, my goodness gracious me.
Well, people in Florida have lost their minds, Mike. What can I say?
Oh, just Florida?
Florida, California, everywhere around.
Nutley?
Nutley, anywhere where teachers are. You should just already know that they are grooming your children as we speak.
Oh,
They're molesting your kids, folks. That's what they're doing.
I just can't believe these are the topics of the country right now.
That's the topics right now.
I can't believe it.
Will Smith slapping someone and transsexuals, Mike.
Right. Meanwhile, the president can't put two words together in a sentence without tripping and is saying things about
What a world.
chemical weapons
What a world.
and sending America to Poland to fight. I mean, this is what's happening.
Yeah, that's what's going on. What a world. What a situation we find ourselves in here in 2022, almost 2023, before you know it. Being gay or lesbian shouldn't be your main focus point at all, by the way.
No, it shouldn't. It should have nothing to do with anything except for the person you're about to have sex with.
Do you think, Mike, that talking to kids about sex is like borderline pedophilia? It's like crossing the line when you need to you're talking to underage kids about these sort of things.
I understand what you're asking me. I do.
It's sort of strange to me.
I don't think it's a form of pedophilia. I think it's a form of abuse, mental abuse to a child.
It's child abuse.
Right. I've known people, adults, who told me they had gotten, or I should say, they had become gay at an age as young as 15, 14. But still, they weren't concerned about getting a sex change.
Yeah.
They weren't concerned about being told that you can't call me gay or a man.
I see.
I mean, none of that happened. But, one of my good friends back in 1994, he's dead now, but when he was alive, he told me how he became gay. And as I said, it started for him at age 16. By the time I knew him, he was in his late 30s. He was 36. And or mid 30s. So again, it had nothing. It's the whole thing nowadays is just blown out of proportion. It's just blown out of proportion, I think. But to answer your question, I don't think it's a form of pedophilia. I think it's a form of mental abuse.
Well, whatever it is, I don't like it.
Agreed.
I ain't with it. So, Mike, once again, I do want to thank you for being a part of the program. I know I kept you about 34 minutes too late here. But, Mike,
we got started late.
I've been having lots of fun, though. I've been enjoying our conversation. I've been enjoying this chat with you. It was a good time here.
Likewise.
They are coming for your children. And that's what Donovan is saying here. They are coming for your children. The San Francisco Gay Choir told us.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I heard something of that nature. I heard a song that was in reference to coming on the children.
Are you serious?
That's what they're saying. They're coming for your children. So I kind of took that the other way. And, I thought, wow, they really are coming for the children. My God.
I don't even want to think about that.
I don't either. This has been an awful show, Mike. Very disgusting.
Get kicked off again.
We probably are. It's been one of those shows that has just repulsed me.
Oh, glorious.
My God. Ooh. My God. Even even the bird isn't with it either. Yes, that's what the chat said. And I agree. So, Mike, once again, I do want to thank you for being a part of the program. It's always fun. It's always an honor to have you here and share the air with you, as you are the second host of this program, Mike.
Thank you, brother.
You got it. Any final words before we cut you loose? Any final thoughts like the Jerry Springer show?
First and foremost, thank you, Michael, as always, for having me on the show as your co-host. I love doing the show with you. Secondly, thank you, everyone, for listening, both live and also to the podcast. If you're interested in any of my music from the past and my musical efforts from the past, you can go to MikeHideous.com. That's MYKE, hideous.com. You can see, you can get my music. You can also see my line of my designs on items such as pillows and t-shirts and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, MikeHideous.com. If you want to go and see my artwork, you can go to bymanphotoandart.com. That will have photograph artwork for sale. And last but not least, provided I can get on my computer at some point, you can catch me on social media at facebook.com/hideousmike, MYKE. I want to thank everybody again. Thank you so much. I had a wonderful time tonight. And also, Sergeant says thank you as well.
My God.
Michael Decon knows how to hurt me. He pretends to be my friend behind the scene, but he's doxed me. He talks shit about me constantly. He tells me the things that the voices in my head used to tell me.
My God, Mike. Once again, thank you so much. Tell the bird I say hello, and Mike, I'll talk to you on the other side, my friend.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
You got it.
Good night.
Mahalo. And there he goes, boys and girls. That was our friend and our co-host here of this program, the second host of this program. And before I take it home here, Larry Silverstein style, I do want to thank all of you out there for being a part of the program this evening. Those of you in the chat room, and of course, those of you who will listen to the podcast version of this program. And don't forget, if you do like this show, there is bonus content out there for you on patreon.com/Michael Decon. That is where gold falls from the sky. And I'm seeing there's a little bit of hostility in the chat room there. Lots of name calling going on. Always fun. Once again, this is just for the hardcore listeners out there. If you do like this program, patreon.com/Michael Decon. That is where, you know where you can find. It's all there. It's all good. Very good. It truly is. And don't forget, michaeldecon.com does exist. You can go there to get info on this, on the show. On this incredible show, yes. Yeah, mahalo to you, Donovan, Eric, Doc. Who else was in here in the chat room? Let me go back and look at GH. Yeah, I'm seeing all of you out there. Yeah, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'm sorry if we did not go any longer here. It was a fun time. It was a good time. Yeah, Matt, I agree. Good one, mate. Yes, lad. It was a good one. And, my God, what a fun time. And newer listeners out there, I do want to thank you as well for hanging out with us here. It's been a great time. Please subscribe here on the YouTube channel. That's if you haven't done it already. iTunes, Stitcher, CastBox, and Spotify, that's where you can find the show. Please do so whenever you get the chance to. If you don't want to listen to the radio in your car, don't want to listen to music, got shit to do, play this. It will entertain you night and day. International listeners out there, thank you very much for your support. Those of you in Canada, Germany, the UK, Australia, Norway, and Brazil, I didn't forget all of you out there. Oh yes. Oh yes. Now whatever it is you do choose to believe, you must adapt now. All control has been lost, to be honest. We are looking straight at and into the abyss without a rescue party inside, boys and girls. There's nothing more frightening than reality. Oh, it's true. I hope you all out there, wherever you may be on this island Earth. And with that said, the world is a mysterious place, and life itself is a mystery. Until next time, good night, everybody.
We'll be right back. I mean, you know, human nature is human nature. Porn exists because people want it.
Right.
There's a market and a customer.
Right.
Is it illegal? See, it's illegal to send it because then you have to put children in the position of, you know, all that. But exchanging images from websites, downloading on your computer,
But see,
is that illegal?
Well, there's an iffy, there's an iffy, I guess you could say, law with that about the exchanging. But see, this is the problem I have with this, is that if...
Well, it didn't say he exchanged. It says he was just downloading. It's like freedom of the press. You look at stuff.
Right.
First Amendment.
Right. But
we
see,
don't live in a dictatorship. We don't live in a totalitarian. At least we think we don't.
But why would the FBI step in if the police could have just taken care of it?
Exactly. The local sheriff, Sheriff House, who reminds me so much of McLeod. You ever watch McLeod?
Yeah, I watched McLeod. Yeah.
New Mexico sheriff.
Yeah.
And he says this is a bunch of chicken, and you did it very nicely.
Yeah.
In other words, he feels left out in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you make this? You know, when I was growing up, they used to say, why make a federal case about it? Why would you make a federal case when the FBI is not investigating Kavanaugh again and this whole, you know, Michigas in Washington? Why would you dispatch a team of FBI agents and a Black Hawk to land on the most remote observatory in the United States to look for a janitor who's looking at porn?
Again, you know, I don't want to pinpoint it because, well, I think you kind of know the answer to that.
Paradox?
Yes, you discussed that with Goldberg, and he has a good finger on it.
Yes.
Hey, listen, also, beyond Von Daniken, pay attention to Whitley. Whitley is also not who he would appear to be. Be very careful of Dr. Hoagland. Hoagland has secrets. He knows things. And he hasn't even begun to indulge his treasure of secrets.
All right. I appreciate the call. No, Dr. Goldberg is not who he says he is. Whitley is not who he says he is. And watch out for Richard Hoagland. Earth changes, tsunamis for the Northwest sometime no later than August. Okay, time traveler line at area code 702-727-1295.